10 questions to answer, to ask yourself and to answer if you are in a scalability phase and you would like to scale your business from, let's say, low six figures to multiple six figures, from 10 20k months to 30 50k months, or from 50k to 100k months and beyond. This is work that I do particularly and especially with my one-on-one clients, or if we're working in a pretty much close proximity, because this is not for everyone. This is my first note here for you. This life is for you only if you are committed to grow your business, to scale, and to lead this business like a CEO, not just like someone who is providing services, not just like someone who is making some money, like good money, but not so good, like profitability is not okay. This is not going to be for you. This life is only for these people who are ready to massively scale their business. And these questions that I'm going to give you right now to answer are a real business audit. These questions are very triggering, and these are the most common blind spots. Of course, I cannot cover every single thing here in this live. So let's start with these 10 questions, and when you audit your business and how you're doing your work, we can then continue talking about the next steps and to actually start working on your business so we can fix every single thing, because six figures are pretty easy. Let's say you can do it pretty much easily with even with just a couple of high ticket clients. You can quickly and easily make 10k months, like just like that. uh, of course, if you're using the right tactics, the right workflow, and if you are not wasting your time on useless activities. But in general, it is not that hard to have like 3 or 5 high ticket clients on retainers and to make 100k at least. The hard part is after that, when you have to navigate these clients, when you have to set boundaries, when you have to keep growing, when you have to keep making money, when you need to make sure that your uh, buyer journey is all set, when you make sure that you're securing the profits and your business keeps growing. So let's step in. We are stepping into mid-September, which means now is the perfect moment, and not only the perfect moment, but you need to actually pause. If you still haven't, you still have time to do it. Pause for a little and analyze what's working and what's not working. Q4, meaning the fourth quarter of the year, the last 3 months of the year, is already here, and that is the most crucial part of the year. I want you to reflect on these questions, treat this free life as a paid consultation, as a I don't know, a master class for $500. The main point is that you're going to find extremely valuable information here when you answer these questions. The first question is, are you actually satisfied with the clients you attract, the clients you currently have? And this question is really difficult because it will show you where you are leaking money, where you are struggling with your boundaries, for example, and what you need to shift. The clients that you attract very clearly show you if your positioning is correct, if your pricing is okay, and if you're doing the things the correct way. Now, you need to know that at any stage of your business, and regardless of how good you are you are in what you're doing in your services, there will always be possibly unaligned clients or someone who is trying uh, to get more than they are paying, or to try to cross your boundaries. This can happen at any stage. The question here is it one person out of, I don't know, tens of people in your world or hundreds of people, or is is it the majority of your clients? And if you have one, two unaligned clients, or one, two people who are, I don't know, dissatisfied because of whatever reason and they want a refund or something, that is normal. This is going to happen at any stage of your business, regardless of how much money you make, regardless of how many clients you currently have. But if you're facing this, like over 30 or 50% of your clients are like that, this means that your positioning is probably not the best. Maybe you have outgrown it. Maybe you need to shift some tiny things in your messaging, in how you are speaking to them, on like what is the offer promise, the brand promise, and most of all, think if you have outgrown them, because this is very common. When you outgrown, when you have outgrown some clients and some spaces, you again need to make some CEO level decisions. Okay, this is what we are working with in the Scale Like a CEO masterclass. I'm teaching you how to find the exact blind spots, and I'm talking, this is not a masterclass for just being the high vibe of money. This is a space where I am addressing all things we are not talking about publicly, because I see that when I work with the majority of my clients who are already making like 20, 30, 50k months, or even some clients who make $1 million months, we are not working that much on how to sign clients. You know, we are facing much more difficult situations, and the conversation shifts from more clients and more money to better clients, more aligned clients, to higher rates of your for your work, and boundaries, and your CEO level leadership. Okay, so pay attention to this. The second question: are you satisfied with your revenue and profit margins, gross and net? This means not just making money, because everyone tells you how much money they made, but they rarely tell you what the costs are, how much they paid in refunds, how much are the costs, and what they are actually taking home as a profit. So think of it very carefully, and here this is your reminder to not compare yourself constantly to others. Sorry, because not everything that you see is the whole truth. Let's say it that way. Question number 3: do you have a clear business plan and marketing strategy? Or are you operating chaotically? Meaning, are you aware of what programs you want to launch, what programs you want to retire? Are you aware of how you're actually making the sales, the funneling process, the buyer journey? Are you aware of the things that you want to improve, the things that you want to let go of? The numbers, the business plan, the numbers, and the marketing strategy. Even maybe you have to think of the branding as well, or you are just thinking you have a business when you're posting content. without a real system, without a real content system, a real sales system, meaning the buyer journey, meaning the funnels, meaning the, like, if sales come on automation, on autopilot every single day. Question number 4: do you have a strategic offer suite that answers your clients' evolving needs? Meaning, are you giving a chance to your clients once they enter your world, or even before they enter your world? How is the buyer journey structured? Is it very easy to have first touch point with you? Is it very easy once they have that first touch point with you to get into your world? Are you having different and many touch points depending on the clients? Or maybe your business model is to work with high ticket clients, and if you're throwing freebies at people who are already, like, at some certain stage, and they will not be interested in freebies, then you need to think how to restructure your buyer's journey and your first touch point, your strategic offer suite. Is it just emails and DMs that you're throwing, or is it a real buyer journey that is attractive, serving your clients and upselling them, securing consistent sales for you? I know these questions are heavy, and this is actually a real work. You need to sit down and to actually analyze and then to take actions. And I know this is not easy. This is a whole year of work. Let's be very honest. It requires work, and you know it. And the thing is that you are already doing so many things, but what you need to do is to actually make sure that the things you are doing are the right ones, not just everything that keeps your business chaotic. And I know, even if you think everything is very structured, when I come in, I can instantly tell you at least 5 moments, 5 spots where it's totally chaotic and you're leaking money away. And this work is, I'm warning you, it's not like something that, okay, I will watch this 30-minute live and then everything will be perfect. No, you first need to find a calm and safe space for you to watch this live, the whole live, then to answer the questions, and then to actually make decisions and put the work to take action. And this is not easy. So my point here is that I don't want to brag that everything is easy or hard, but the point is that you, as a CEO, as a leader of your business, you need to make these decisions and to take action. The next question is, does your content feel powerful and intentional? Or are you just posting, like, to stay visible, or to just post something to feed the algorithm? And if you are making at least 6 figures, you know how to post content, you know how to sell, you have your audience, your clients, you're established. So in the majority of the cases, your content works and you see sales. But yet I see this very often, even with 7-figure business owners, whether you're a coach or a service provider, where there are many moments when you're just posting content without a real structure. When you're launching or selling a program, if it's an evergreen program, Do you really have a plan, or do you just throw random pieces of content that are not aligned with the buyer journey? From awareness, through problem solving, through handling objections, to activating, through storytelling, if you wish. And maybe if you have a good launch right now, maybe this launch could be 10 times better. Question number 6 is, how strong is your relationship with your audience? Who are your warm leads? In what stage are they? Because oftentimes you're also not considering that there is audience exhaustion. People might get exhausted at some point. So, yes, you warm them up, you nurture them, but are you also attracting new leads daily? So you don't fall into this trap where if a high ticket client leaves and you have no other people to fuel your revenue, your growth. Do you have a lead gen system and retention system? How does your lead gen works? And here the most common problem is that I see business owners who make like 200k a year, which is, let's say, I don't know, 20, 30k months probably, somewhere in this range. And they count on cold lead generation tactics. It's not efficient and productive, and they keep doing it. So are you doing something that is actually bringing you, like, is it bringing more eyeballs on your content profiles as a whole? Is it a real lead generation system, meaning new people having like at least one touch point? Are they entering your email list if you wish, or are they buying something? Any lead magnets or low ticket spaces or whatever your business model like looks like? Do you have this? And do you have a retention system? Meaning, are these people ascending to the next step? How many times is one customer buying? For example, I have more than 70% retention rate. My clients stay with me on average from 1 year to 3 years, and 70% of my clients buy at least 3 times. Meaning I have a good first touch point where they come, sign up for an entry level offer. In my case, this is around $500 to $700. And then they upgrade to, like, they either continue buying for 3 more times, or they directly come into my close proximity long-term spaces. What is your retention system? Do you know your conversion rates? How many of those leads, these people who are reaching out to you, who have this first touch point with you, actually turn into clients? What's your sales projection until the end of the year? How much do you expect to make until the end of the year? From recurring payments, from launches if you have launches. How much? Do you have secured income for the next year? That's why the retention rate is very important here. And maybe this is going to be the most important one. How do you feel in your business right now? Do you feel like empowered? Are you enjoying it? Do you like, and I don't say that there are no situations behind the scenes that need to be managed, but is it really easily manageable, or you feel like stuck, burnt out, trapped? Are most of your clients making you enjoy your work and everything you're doing? And is it like both expanding and easy to you, or is it more of on the hard edge? And question number 10 is, are you in spaces that are helping you to really do the work on your business? I don't mean like you're in a mastermind that expands you and you feel like really empowered, but you leave the call and you don't actually have exact offer positioning, exact like content you should be posting for this particular offer that you're launching or selling right now. How do you feel in these coaching spaces, containers, etc., etc., that you are currently at? Is it really giving you the big picture and the clarity on what are the next steps? What exactly do I need to do to fix? Or you're in spaces where it kind of feels okay, but you're not really clear, and you do so many things that make you feel exhausted but not really translate into real growth, real ROI? And if you can't like confidently answer these questions, or most of these questions are kind of you can answer it, but inside of you it's like, uh, yes, my buyer journey is not bad, but you actually know it could be much better. Yeah, you're posting good content, there are some sales, but when I mention like, is your launch plan actually serving the sales, and you're like, well, yeah, I could have done this much much better. And this is a sign. If you have like one or two spaces to improve, like one or two questions were kind of tricky for you, that's normal. It's going to be like this maybe at any stage of your business. But if there are more than 5 or 6 questions out of these 10 that felt like, this is a sign that you are still searching, or you're still in a coaching space for quick fixes and patchwork, instead of doing the deep work that actually moves your business forward. And one more thing, your business is multi-dimensional, just like you are. There are things to think of: revenue, positioning, offers, sales system, the leadership. It's all connected. It's not just your content or just your funnel or just I don't know what. There is no one thing that is going to fix every single thing in your business and that is going to make you millions. Everything is connecting and working together. And without clarity and a system to work on all this, you will keep circling the same problems. And trust me, I see this every single day. People who you are seeing online that they make like 300k, 500k, $1 million months, I work with these people every single day. And I know what it looks like behind the scenes. These 10 questions are not random. These are based on my daily work with my clients. And once again, this is not a bad thing, but it means you need to work on it in an efficient, structured way. This isn't like, you know, there is no right or wrong answer to these questions, because you are like yourself, your business is your business model is what it is, while mine could be something else. And that's why when you're joining some spaces where they give you some cookie cutter advices, or this strategy works regardless, this is not true. I'm sorry that you have paid more than 10k for coaching space where they give you like, this is how I do it, this is how it's done. No, it's not. And I have been there, and I know it, and I see it every single day. Entrepreneurs coming to me and telling me they say we need to do this, and I'm like, who says so? Is your audience at that stage as theirs? Is your income at that stage as theirs? Why don't we look at what exactly the blind spots are? Where do we need to work? Not from, not from a place of judging you, but from a place of, okay, let's go out all the bullshit, all the excuses that we all have. This is subconscious. Let's focus on your exact strategy, because there are tons of strategies, but let's see what is currently working, what is not working. And this is what is called strategic support, that meets your business where it's at. This is what happens when I work with you. We refine every part of this foundation, so you don't just hit 6 figures month, you just don't have like one high cash month and then it's a big drop, but you scale to multi 6 figures, like, even if there is a drop, a slight drop, which is normal, just to let you know, just FYI. It's one thing if your sales are like this or like that. And you could be actually enjoying the process. When you get clarity, when you get the right direction, you will get your time back, your energy back. You will step into CEO level leadership instead of spinning wheels in chaos. If that hits, and if you found yourself in these 10 points and you need to work on it, you are ready to actually put the work and fix all of this, just send me a, you can comment here, leave a comment first of all in the chat, and then we're going to get in touch so I can support you with what you need. In most of the cases, this is really for close proximity work, one-on-one work, long time work, long-term work, but in any case, you can also join the Scale Like a CEO Masterclass, where you're going to see exact blind spots based on these 10 questions, and how to, I'm diving deep on how to actually fix many of these situations, because these are situations. All of this is manageable. All of these are things you can fix pretty quickly, but when you work in like in a focused way, in strategic way, when we are following the correct flow of actions, not just doing some random stuff. Say hello in the comments, let me know which of these 10 questions are like heavy, or where you see you need to do some work on these 10 items, and we will work on it. Thank you, bye.